Hi, this is Calvin Cox. It's Saturday, December 12, the year is 2015, and it's 7:09 p.m. Basically, this talk is about minimum wage. I know quite a bit about minimum wage and what it will buy. I'm 57 years old now, and I have worked minimum wage jobs many times in my life. At minimum wage or just a few dollars above. And I know for a fact it's about impossible to live at all on minimum wage. The year now is 2015, and minimum wage, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. That needs to be raised drastically. These arguments go back all the way for minimum wage. And for a lot of workers go all the way back into the 1800s, where child labor, abusive practices of employers working people 60, 70, 80 or more hours a week for absolute, working literally like six cents an hour. And what happens is you end up with people who are ill-housed, ill-clothed, and ill-fed. And they basically pretty much just work themselves to death. So looking at it from a practical standpoint and a realistic standpoint, I have no problem with saying that the minimum wage needs to be raised quite a bit, pretty fast. But I do not believe it should only be paid on the side of an employer. I also believe that there should be rent control. And if you look at it one way, rent being rent or mortgage, in other words housing in general, is the #1 cost anybody ever encounters. And so people who rent, I feel that the lower wage earners should get a break. There should be what's called rent control. And this rent control, I believe, should be $1 per hour, which if you take $1 per hour on a, let's see what that equals. I'll take my calculator here. Okay, that would be $40 a week. That's $1 an hour on a 40-hour week, times 4.33 weeks in a month equals $173.20 is what rents would have to be reduced from the people who rent, to people by that amount per month. That's what I believe would be fair. I think people are getting charged way too much for rent, and especially if you're a low wage earner. I don't even know how these people manage to keep a roof over their heads. Anyway, so my viewpoint on everything very simply is that in three steps, increase minimum wage in all 50 states. Also, I would like there to be a public works project where anyone who wants a job can have a job, and they don't have to be on public handouts, food stamps and on and out. They can, have a job if they want a job, and I think that's only makes sense. There's a lot of things to do around this country, and I believe public works project and rent control. So now the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. I'm for increasing that to $9.70 an hour now, and raising it another 90 cents in July 2016. That would be like roughly 7 months from now. Raising it another 90 cents to $10.60 an hour, and then in July of 2017, raising it another 90 cents to $11.50 per hour. So now, today, being December 2015, that basically from $7.25, that'd be 35, 45, 55, $2.65. That would be $2.45 pay increase per hour now, which is equal to about $5,000 a year. Okay, so the top, if you take $1 per hour rent control by reducing it $173.20 per month, and if you take this $11.50 to what it would be up to in a year and 7 months from now, it would be $11.50, and you add another dollar to that for the rent control, that would be $12.50. So from $7.25 it'd be $8.25, $9.25, $10.25, $11.25, $12.25. So it'd be $5.25. So that would be $10,500 pay increase would be the total amount coming to that a year and a half from now. And I think that would be fair. That would be a really good pay increase. People deserve it. They can buy more. They can provide for themselves. And it stimulates the economy. And it's not too much to expect. And it brings things back in line where they really should be today. Thank you.